at the university.
I've ever looked at a stunning website and wondered, how did you do that? Well, this is the magic of web development. It is like building a digital masterpiece, step by step. Hi, my name is Sheba Ibambe. Imagine the internet as a vast canvas. Web developers are the artists who paint it with code. We create everything you see and interact with online, from simple websites to complex and web applications. So, what's under the hood? There are three main ingredients: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is the skeleton, giving structure to the website. CSS is the stylist, making it look beautiful, while JavaScript is the brain, bringing it to life with interactive elements. Why should you embark on this coding adventure? First, job opportunity are
All right. Good evening, everyone. Please, if you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, please let me know. So I just started talking though. So if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Okay. 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 I guess more people say they can hear me. So all right. All right. Good. 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 Okay. So people said it is not very clear. Please let me know if it's clear. Let me know. Okay. Loud and clear. Oh, nice. All right. All right. All right. Oh, some people are saying it's not very clear. Oh, what do you do? Clear. Clear. Oh, I don't know which one to take. Some are saying it's not clear, while some are saying it's clear. All right. Okay. Okay. Can you do a recap of yesterday? Uh, so since everybody can hear me, so let's just start. Oh, some people say it's breaking. Oh, some people said it's clear. Network is bad, that's why it's not clear. Yeah, exactly. Any network is actually doing, yeah. God will speak to them today. The network is going to come back to life. Okay. All right. All right. So yesterday, okay, please, if you can hear me, drop it in the comment. Let me know in the comment section so we can start today's class, please. Okay. 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 Everyone. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Okay. So my screen is going to be live very soon. Okay, okay. So I hope everyone can see my screen too as well. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know in the comment section. If you can see my screen, please let me know. Yeah, sure, sure. I'm going on with the class now. All right, so I guess everyone can see. Okay, so for the past 2 days, or let me say 3 days, we've been discussing web development as a whole. You know, we started with the introduction, we started with a lot of things, and I'm very sure a lot of people are hearing new things. You know, every day you are hearing new things. The first day you are learning something like HTML. I'm very sure some people know all these things before though, while some people don't know about it at all. So I know we started hearing new things. Like this week has just been full of new concepts, new things, you know, things we've not heard before. And don't worry, I'm going to break everything down so you can actually understand everything. Or I'm just trying to like get what's coming. Okay, so basically we discussed what is web, right? The concept behind the web. We discussed what we use for the web, which is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We discussed all those three major things, that is three core things, core components. We've discussed it. Okay, someone said, who am I? Don't worry, we are still going to get that part. I'm just like trying to like bring us into the class so we can all start together and move together too as well. So also yesterday, uh, my colleague he discussed with us. He continued the web development aspect like as well, like understanding HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a slide now. Okay, so I'll share his own slide what we used yesterday. So okay, let me just go. So he told us about the agenda. He told us about the agenda, you know, introduction to web tools. I'm very sure he actually explained web tools yesterday. He did a normal basic website structure. He explained that yesterday. Okay, so let me make this bigger. All right, so he explained web browser to us. He explained version control to us. Although all these things too, all these things, you don't really need to cloud everything in your head now. You're still going to be using. You keep using them, and there's no way you keep using something and you don't really understand that thing. It's not possible. So you don't really have to like rush yourself. You know, yes, you are going to have the slide. You have the slide. Don't worry, you have the slide. Don't worry. You are going to understand. So all these things, you don't really need to rush yourself. You know, it's a gradual process, so you can't do everything all at once. So just keep calm, you know, practice too as well. So practice, and then everything is going to go smoothly. All these things are not hard. You're just looking at them, like, you know, it's actually your first time. That's how everything is looking at it is hard. So also he mentioned debugging tools, and he used Chrome as an example yesterday too as well. And oh, some people say they can't hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Yes, no, I'm just doing a recap of. Okay, some people say they can hear me. I'm actually doing a recap of what you guys did yesterday. That's actually I'm doing. Like I'm just like doing the overview, not really a solid class. Okay, you're audible, sir. All right, thank you very much for confirming that. Some are still saying they can't hear me. I don't know what's going on. Uh, I think it's still the same person that is saying they can't hear me. Someone say they can't hear me. Please try and do something from your own end because a lot of people are hearing me. While you can't hear me, please try and do something from your own end. Thank you. So we discussed yes, we are doing recap too. We are doing recap. We are doing recap. So we are doing recap. So basically, we'll be discussing web development as a whole. So we started on Monday. We did introduction. On Tuesday, we actually we took a little step further. Yesterday too as well was another class. Uh, we did another class yesterday. A little further too as well. We'll keep going higher, higher, and then we'll keep going forward. Okay, so I want to ask a question. So during the course of this training, I want to ask, which of the code editors are we using? Okay, on my screen is who I am. That, yeah, on my screen is just like a normal slide. We've not started actually. We are still doing a recap. So we're just doing overview. So, okay, Visual Studio Code, VS Code, VS Code, VS Code. All right, good. That shows that we understand what what code editor is. Okay, so a little bit of network issue, but I can hear. Okay, good. So I want to ask another question. Can you give me an example of web browser? An example of web browsers. An example of web browser. So I'm just going to confirm that. An example of web browser. Okay, Chrome. Chrome is an example of web browser. All right, cool. No, that means we now, we are coming into this thing already. So Firefox, exactly. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of web browsers that we can use. Okay, so yesterday we touched a little bit of Mozilla Firefox. Yes, we touched a little bit of dev tools as well yesterday. Our dev tool actually built inside our web browser. So our web Google Chrome, yes, yes. So our web tools, they are built inside our web browser. So don't worry, during the course of the training, we are going to be using it, and then you will now understand, you will fully understand how it works, and then you are going to be using it for your own, like for your own project too as well. I mean, for your own practice that you can easily go to the web browser, go to the web tool and then use it for your own good. The more you keep doing it, the more you keep getting better. I can't say you have to do, what pro is already doing, or someone that has been learning for the past, let's say for the past 1 year, what they have been learning. I can't say you should start doing it now. So, yes, yes, yes. Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. Okay, so now that we know editors, and then we know web browser, we know phonics. All right. So moving on with the class today. So the last time we were looking at HTML and said we use our browser to write our code. Sorry, our code editor. I'm very sorry for that. Our code editor to write our code, and then we use our web browser to check it out. That's what we said. And you guys did an example. I saw the example you guys did yesterday. I saw you did a little bit of CSS too as well yesterday. Don't worry, we still have our CSS class, and that one is just like, okay, just bringing you in so you can understand, so you can know what you are in for. Okay, okay. So you can know what you are in for. All right. So now, so let me just start the class proper. All right. So my other colleague, his name is Moritado Sodi, and my own name is David Omeshake. Okay. So now I believe everyone can see my screen. I believe everyone can see my screen. I believe everyone can see my screen because we used 80 minutes of the class to do explanation. Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? So let me know if you can see. Okay, okay. So someone said they can see my screen already. All right. So I'll move to the next thing. HTML. I'm very sure we've discussed HTML extensively. We've discussed HTML extensively. I'm very sure we've done all this part. Someone said no, sir. Someone said no, sir. Yes, okay, very good. So we've discussed HTML extensively. We now understand that HTML is the content. We understand that CSS is now the CSS is just to like style the content, while JavaScript is to add behavior, is to bring life. We've discussed all those aspects. So we can actually move on from this side. We are now We are now growing already. We know something already, so we can actually move on. Okay, so I'll go. We know our HTML editor. All these things. So, because I call them HTML editor doesn't mean they are only used for HTML. They are majorly code editors. We call them code editors. But because we are starting with HTML, that is the reason why we are calling it. They are not HTML editors. They are code editors. Okay, so I'm very sure everybody understands what opening tag and closing tag. You know what it means. Oh, I don't even know which one is better. I'm acting out. I can't really connect to you now. It's only um, please. We all understand what opening tag is and what closing tag is. Please let me know. You understand what closing opening tag and closing tag? You understand what it is? Okay, I just need to confirm from somebody so we can move on with the class. Okay, good, good, good. So yeah. So we understand when I say attributes now. Attributes. Okay. So we know attributes actually speaks more about the tag. That's what we call attributes. It gives more information about the content inside the tag. Okay, good. So this is just an example of the attributes we have. All right, so everybody saying yes, sir. Now, you guys are already getting better. You can see, understand, I understand, I understand. That's nice. That's great. Oh, good. This thing inside the comment section. That's nice. That's nice. And then you understand the basic structure of our HTML. You understand the basic structure of our HTML. It starts with the dot HTML and the likes. Hey, I'm saying no, sir. Sorry, what we say no, sir? I don't know. I'm saying no, sir. Please, someone say no, sir. Please, why do you say no, sir? Okay, okay, this basic structure. All right, don't worry, don't worry. When we move to our VS Code, I'm going to be explaining the structure. Don't worry. We are going to be doing the structure. Someone said you understand. Okay, good. So we are going to be explaining the structure. So not really. Okay, don't worry. We are going to explain the structure. The moment we are in our VS Code, is that structure permanent or HTML code. All right. Okay. So I understand. To don't worry, it's just normal. They are all basic structure. Please go to the previous classes for better understanding. Yes, yes, yeah. That's what we want to do now. We've done the oral class by explaining, like, bringing us doing the introduction of HTML and the like. So now we want to go into the proper class where we are going to be using our VS Code. Okay, don't worry, we are going to be doing that. We are going to be doing that. So I'm going to pull up my VS Code now. VS Code. Now pull up. I'm coming. I'll pull up my VS Code. I'll just exactly, exactly, exactly. Yesterday's class too. Please let's go through yesterday's class too, so we can actually understand some of these things very well. All right. So I'm going to be sharing. All right. All right. Think something went wrong. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much for bringing me back. All right. So can everyone see my VS Code Well, can you hear me now? Okay, so you can hear me now. Yes. Okay, okay, good, 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 good. I don't know what went on. Okay, good, good. Sorry for that. We are very sorry for that. Sorry about that. Okay, okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen again. So let me share my screen again so we can all see what I have here. All right. So I believe everyone can see my screen too as well. Okay. So yes, you can hear me. Please, can you all hear me and also see my screen? Okay. So you can see me. You can't see your screen. My screen is off now. You will see my screen now. The screen is coming back. It's coming back clearly. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, good. So the last screen is visible and you're audible, sir. All right. So the last class, my colleague, we actually discussed HTML in general. We discussed. I'm very sure he actually went. He did well with everyone. So I'm going to be going again. I'm on my VS code now. Once you have, I can see your code, sir. So once you have your VS code, the next thing you want to do is to what? Create a folder. The last class we created a folder called Incubator Hub. That was the folder. I can see your screen, but not hear anything. Please let me know if you can hear me. Because the last class we created a folder, we called it Incubator Hub. Good. We called it Incubator Hub, and then we created. Yeah, if you are still seeing advert, please just fast forward the whole thing. Okay, good. So the last class we created a folder called Incubator Hub, and then we created a file called index.html. We said all the file we are creating has to have an extension of index.html. Good. All right. So I'm going to be opening my own folder now. The next step is what? Click on open folder. So when I click on open folder, mine is saved in desktop. So I will go to desktop, and then this is my incubator hub class. Then I'm going to click on it once. Then I'll click on select folder. So if I click on it, you can see what will happen here. All right. So you can see I'm now inside my folder. I'm now inside my folder. I believe everyone understood what we just did now. I believe everyone we know what we just did now. We went inside our folder, then we opened our index.html file. That's what we just did now. Okay, good. So now moving on, we want to look at our HTML structure, HTML basic structure. All right, so our HTML basic structure, the moment you have your index.html or david.html or any other thing.html, the next thing you want to do is to pull up your structure. Because I was saying something that day. I said every programming language or any language, you have their rules and regulations. You have a certain way of writing Yoruba. You have a certain way of writing Igbo. You have a certain way of writing Spanish. So all those things too, you have to put them in place. So now for HTML, same thing goes for it. So you have to have your basic structure first. So for you to achieve that basic structure, the next thing you want to do, you'll be saying, oh, I want to start typing doc type. No, 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 no. Because once you start typing doc type, Okay, good. Because once you start typing doc type, you actually limit the usefulness of VS Code because VS Code has made everything available for you. One by making everything available for you because they've written the structure like on its own, like they've written everything here. So you don't really need to say, oh, you want to cut anything or know anything of it. All you just need to do is to come over to this page, just type HTML. And then once you type HTML, you click on HTML5. So if you look at my screen very well now, you see like if I click on 5, you will see it generated the whole basic structure for me. Please let me know if you understand. Should we be practicing this on our own? Please let me know if you got what I just did now. Generating my basic structure. Let me know if you understand what I just did now. Okay, good. Okay, good. So everyone said they can all understand what I just did. So since everyone can understand, so let me come back to this page. Yes, okay, good, good. So now let me now start explaining the structure one after the other. I believe we've done justice to doc type. It means type of document. We've done justice to HTML. The reason why we have, if you look at it now, let me just align this very well. So look at it now. Your normal HTML structure, it has to start with doc type and then it should start with what? HTML. So let me just write it out so you can see what I'm saying. So I'll type doc type. I will have my doc type, then I'll have HTML here. So the next thing you want to do, okay, so the next thing you want to do after having your doc type, you specify that, oh, it is HTML I'm writing. So the next thing you want to do, you want to put your HTML tag. So how do you put your HTML tag? You do your opening and your closing tag. So your opening tag, HTML, then you what? You close it. You can see something happen now. Something, I won't say something strange. Something just happened now. I just typed HTML and then VS Code auto completed it for me. So you can see the usefulness of using VS Code. I'm very sure Sublime Text has something like that too as well. Okay, good, 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 good. So you can see what we have here. The first thing is our document type. The next thing is what? HTML. That is, Oga, this document, oh, you are telling Google or you are telling your web browser that, Oga, this document I'm writing is HTML. So know what you are doing. That's actually what you are doing here. So now, in the middle, we said we put content inside our tag. So in the middle, the next thing you want to have in the middle is your header tag. That's the next thing you want to have. In the middle, there was a drop down on mine. What? Okay, so in the middle, I said the next thing we want to have is okay, good, good, good. So the next thing we want to have is in the middle, we want to put our header tag. That's the next tag. We are talking about structure now. We are talking about structure. So the next thing we want to have is your head tag. So now for us to have head tag, we have to start with opening and then closing. So let's start with the opening. You do head. Look at it now. You have your head, then you close it. You can see it also completed itself too. You wrote the closing tag itself. So please let me know if you're understanding the structure. All right, all right. Wait, wait, wait. How I reach number 11? Hold on. Let me clear it. Let me clear it. I'm typing it one by one so you can see. So I can. You didn't see HTML5. Some said they didn't see HTML5. Okay, if you did not see HTML5, do shift exclamation mark. Shift and exclamation mark. What I mean by exclamation mark is you do your shift and exclamation mark. It should do the same thing for you. Okay, some people are saying it's not clear. Please, do work on your this thing. Work on your video quality. Work on your video quality. Hey, please. So this is very big. Oh, this thing is very big. I'm wondering how some people say I should zoom out. Exactly. Is edge? No, 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 no. Edge is not equals to H1. Edge is not equals to H1. Edge is not the same thing as H1. So now that I've written my edge, the next thing I want to have is after the header tag, the next thing I want to add is what? Body. Body tag. Let me write it out. Body. So inside this body, that is where all your content are going. Because all the things you see on the web, they are actually inside the body tag. All the things you see inside the header tag, inside the tag, they are just what? A description of your document. That's what you have inside the head tag. Yes, head is different from H1. Head is different from H1. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. Don't worry. Um, I'm not anymore. I'm not generating anymore. I'm writing it now, so we can all follow along. Please, let's follow along. Let's follow. Let's follow along with what we have here. Let's follow, please. Let's follow. Let's follow. All right. So I've written my doc type. I've written my HTML. Then we have our head. Then body. This is the standard structure. This is the standard structure. Now, one other thing you need to now add is that inside this head tag, so inside this head tag, we now have some certain things inside this header tag. That is why you have, I'm coming, let me just do my own structure again, so everybody can see the whole thing and what I want to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to, all right, so I believe everyone can see my screen. Okay, so now I said you all saw the structure I wrote down. Oh. You all saw the structure I wrote down. The first one I have is my head. Then, sorry, not my head, the head tag. Then the second thing I have there is the what? The body tag. That was the second thing I have there. There's no point to use exclamation mark. The what point you want to, when you should use it is when you are starting, when you want to auto generate your basic structure. That's actually when you use it. When you want to auto generate your basic structure, that's when you use it. So there's nothing much with the exclamation mark on it. The idea is the basic structure. That's the idea. Just have the basic structure. That's all. So let's continue, please. So now I have my header tag and I have my body tag. So the next thing I want to have inside my header tag, inside my head tag. Okay, so inside my head tag, I have something called meta tag so as well. Inside the head tag, we have something called meta tag. The one you should follow, auto generate. That's the one you should follow. Auto generate it. Auto generate it. Because obviously I don't make offset. I don't make offset. So just hold your shift, exclamation mark, or rather you type HTML, then enter. Okay, how can you save file on VS Code? We did open a folder. When you open a folder, You come here, you come to your VS Code, you over on this place, you see something like we saw 1, 2, 3, 4. We saw icon, click on new file. When you click on new file, give it a name, put .html, and then save it inside the folder where you are working. That's your working directory. Okay, so let's move on now. So we have something called meta tags, and then we have title tags here. So let me explain meta tags here. I'm going to be sharing my screen so I can explain the meta tag. I'm going to explain that. I'm going to explain that. So I'm coming. I will share my screen. I'm going to display the screen to share that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be. I can't save a name for my folder. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So we have the head tag. I said the head tag contains meta information about the page, information that the browser needs before rendering it. This is information about the page rather than information that is shown within the main part of the browser. So basically, anything you have inside your header tag, it will not show on your browser. Anything you have that inside that header tag, it will show on your browser. It will show on your browser. But now, since I said everything you have inside your header tag, it will show your head tag, it will show on your browser. So definitely, what you have there are more of presets, are more options, more of communicating with your web browser. That hello, this is actually how I want to structure my document. So now we now have meta tag. I believe everyone saw meta tag there. So the meta tag is used to provide information about a page. The meta tag is used to provide information about the page. This information could be short description about the page, author of the page, keyword in the page. Don't worry, you are going to see an example now. So the meta tag lives inside inside the head tag element. It contains information about the web page. How to auto generate, hold your shift and exclamation mark. Hold your shift and exclamation mark. All right, so now if you look at my meta tag now, I have UTF-8 here. I have description, I have name, I have author, I have a lot of things here. I have a lot of things here. So I'm going to be sharing the other. I just want to show you that it's actually here. Okay, good. So we can actually move on. So we have a lot of things in our meta tag. It's just like head is the main headline, while meta tag is content. Exactly. Their head is the main. Well, it's just like we have children. It's just like meta is the child of header. We have head tag, and then we have meta tag. Do you get? So let me stop sharing here. Let me share my screen. Let me share my VS Code screen so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, so you can see we have meta here. We have this meta tag here. This meta tag. So we have header, this head tag. Then we have meta. So meta is just inside that head tag. Meta is inside the head tag. So now meta is also giving information about a document. So if you look at this character like this now, this started, if I'm very sure everybody will know that on our keyboard in Nigeria, or don't let me say Nigeria, on your keyboard, you don't have the naira sign. If I'm correct, or do we have the naira sign on our keyboard? I'm not sure. We don't have the naira sign on our keyboard. Please, I just did how to save a file. I did an example recently. So please, for those that know it on the comment section, please, you can do a step-by-step process for this person asking. All right. So remember, we don't have naira sign on our keyboard. So now, exactly, some people are saying yes, we don't have naira sign on our keyboard. So now, but if you look at it very well, we have dollar sign on our keyboard. I mean, your keyboard, you have dollar sign, but naira sign is not there. Maybe Nigeria is not, they don't recognize our currency. So that's why we don't have it there. But we have the dollar sign. So what that cassette is actually doing is that it's actually having all characters. That's why we are using cassette. And then UTF-8, exactly. I'm explaining that already. So now that cassette, it means character set. On Nigerian websites, there are some websites you go that they will give you price in naira. you'll be seeing Naira. And you are wondering, since we don't have Naira on our keyboard, how did they get Naira? What they basically do is just copy the Naira and then paste it. So when they paste it now, we need to tell the we need to so much in Nigeria, we need to tell the browser that hello, what I'm doing here is what I'm using Naira sign. And since we don't have Naira sign on our keyboard, obviously the browser does not understand what is Naira at once. So what that cassette is now doing is that cassette will now have ECS8 as the value. That ECS8 has all characters in it. Because it has all characters in it, definitely it's going to take yan, it's going to take naira, it's going to take pound, it's going to take all characters that we have. That's why we have UTF-8. Please, do we get that? That's why we have that meta tag there. We said meta tag actually describes the page. So that meta tag, the one for actually what for characters. Like when you're having naira, when you're having pound, when you're having yan. So that's okay, very good. Everyone understand that. Okay, so that is not the only meta tags we have. We have meta tag for description. We have meta tag for author. So when you build a website, obviously you want your name to show as the author. So that's why we have a lot of meta tags. We have a lot of them. And the major reason why we have meta tag is for SEO purposes. It's for SEO. Exactly. Even the keyboard has problem with it. Okay. So I said UTF-8 has all character sets. All character sets. That's why I said UTF-8 has all characters in it. That's why we are using UTF-8. There are a lot of them we can use. All right, so moving on now. Okay, so moving on now, we have another meta tag there. I believe everyone is seeing another meta tag. You are seeing name equals to viewport, content equals to width, device width. So what that means is that when you build a website or when you build a web page, you are building it on your laptop. Now, exactly, you are building it on your laptop. Now, if that your website now, if it gets to a smaller screen, you remember that you're building on your laptop. If it gets to a smaller screen, what you are telling the browser is that hello, take the width of my browser. That is what the second meta tag is doing there. That is width equals to device width. You are telling it that hello, take the width of my browser. That is, if you are using mobile phone, take the width of my phone. Do you get? Because look at it now. For those using phone to code, if you code on your phone and then you transfer it to a laptop, now when you get to a larger screen, that means everything is scattered. But now when we have width equals to device width, it's going to what? It's going to scale it to what? To our current device. That's why we have width equals to device width. Please, I believe you all understand the two meta tags that we have there. Don't worry, as time goes on, you'll be using a lot of meta tags. You'll be seeing a lot of them. But for now, we can deal with these two first for now. If HTML5 did not come out, please use shift and exclamation mark. Shift and exclamation mark. Please. Okay, very good. Everyone, okay, very good. I'm very happy everyone understand that. All right, so now inside the head, we have one more thing there. We have title. So the reason why we have title there, the title is just to describe your page. That's what the title is doing there. It's just to describe your page. So I'm going to show us an example of how the title, where it comes in now. Okay, so now let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen now so you can see what I'm saying. So now inside this title, no. It will affect your CSS later on. It's just like help you. It will affect your CSS later on. All right. So inside this one, I said title. What you are basically saying is that what is the title of this web page? That's what the title means. What is the title of this web page? So I can call it web class. So you can see I change it to web class. I believe everyone understand what I just did. What? Okay, viewport. Viewport means your device view. That's what viewport means. Your device view. That's what viewport means. Your device view. Okay, so now you can see I've changed it to web class. Okay, so now exactly the initial I said the initial scale it is showing that it is showing the size of your mobile phone. The size of your mobile phone. That's the initial scale. That is when you get to your browser. You know you have a wider screen. When you get to your browser, it doesn't pass the width of the scale of your phone. That that's what that means. It doesn't pass the width. You can see content is width. Are we going to create folder before? Yes, for a good purpose, you have to create your this thing. Yes, you have to create it. So I believe everyone understand what that means now. So please let's move to title. Let's move to title. So what the title? My title is color red. Why? Please work on it. So what the title? I'm going to. So what the title means? The title is just to describe the header of that particular page. Now you can see I've changed my own to web class. It was document before, but I changed it to web class. So now let's see how it works. So let's see how it works. So if I save it now, look at it now. If you look at it very well, before I save this, let me add something here. Before I save this, if you look at where my cursor is, before my cursor is there, it was showing circle. It was showing circle. Look at it, it's showing circle. So if you look at it very well, it's showing circle. Please let me know if you understand what I just did now. It's showing circle. Before I saved it, it's showing circle. Please let me know. Let me know if you are with me. It's showing circle. This here is showing circle. It's showing white circle. So quick one. What that means is that you have not saved your file. Someone said right on faster. That means you've not saved your file. That is what that means. You've not saved your file. That's why it's showing circle. So now when you press Control S, when you press Control S, you will see it will show that circle again. I just explained why it's showing circle. It means you've not saved your file. So when I do Control S now, you can see it's not showing that circle anymore. So now, since it's not showing that circle anymore, it means I've saved my file. Exactly, it means I've saved my file. So now I can check my file on the browser now. So for me to check my browser, I said my browser. For me to check my file on the browser, so you can come here, you right click. Please, you right click. When you right click, sorry, let me come here. Control S to save. Control S to save. Control S to save. Control S to save. All right. So now, how do I show it on my browser? How do I show this file? How do I show it on the browser? The next thing you want to do is to what? Right click on it. When you right click on it, you look for copy path. You look for copy path. So you click on copy path. That means you've copied it already. You look for copy, right click, and then click on when you right click, look for copy path. When you click on copy path, you've copied it already. Then I'll go to my browser now. I'll go to my browser. Come in. I'll show you guys in my browser now. I'll share the screen to my browser. Don't worry, I'm going to share the screen to my browser. I'll share the screen to my browser now. So you see my browser. Okay. So I believe on my browser. Don't worry, I will show you how to once you right click on that file, right click and then click on copy path. Once you right click and click on copy path on your browser, you now come to what? To the search bar and then do Ctrl+V. When you do Ctrl+V, that means you paste it, then you click enter. Please, do we all get that part? That's what I'm saying. Right click on the file. Once you right click on it, search for look for copy path. Once you click on copy path, you copy the path already, then go to your browser and paste it on your browser. So please, I hope everyone is with me now. And then we are going to be going on a short break by 8:03. We are going to be going on a short break by 8:03. So please, everybody, make sure you are able to display it on your browser before we come back after the short break.
Have you ever looked at a stunning website and wondered, how did you do that? Well, this is the magic of web development. It is like building a digital masterpiece, step by step. Hi, my name is Sheva Ibambe. Imagine the internet as a vast canvas. Web developers are the artists who paint it with code. We create everything you see and interact with online, from simple websites to complex and web applications. So, what's under the hood? There are three main ingredients: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is the skeleton, giving structure to the website. CSS is the stylist, making it look beautiful, while JavaScript is the brain, bringing it to life with interactive elements. Why should you embark on this coding adventure? First, job opportunity are broad platforms.
Where title comes in. It is inside title they wrote all those things. That's where it comes in. Yes, everybody can see that. Okay, I'm very happy everybody can see that. So that's where your title comes in. So your title can be home. You know, there are some pages you will go. When you click on home, you see that title is showing home. It's because the web page is home. If you see about, that's because the web page is about. If you see contact, that's because the web page is what? Contact. That is the title of the web page is contact. So I believe everybody now understands. Hey, someone is there. Are we still break? Let me start paying. Yeah, title thing. Yeah, sure. Everybody's seen the title now. So let's move further now. So I'm going to be I'll stop sharing this screen. Okay, cool. So stop sharing, then I will share my VS Code screen now. Okay. So I'm sharing my VS Code screen now. So everybody, I believe you now understand what the title tag was actually doing there. So if you note, everything we have inside that title tag and inside the header tag, they are not showing on the browser. Like, you know, all these meta tags. Nobody, if you are coming late, go to the, I'll share this screen now. So now look at this. Now I'm sharing this screen now. That I've not reloaded the screen. I've not reloaded. Now, if I should reload this screen, look at it. I will reload it now. Let me press on refresh. Hey, someone said they can't hear me. Someone said they can't hear me. Please. So now, if I should refresh this screen, you know, before I copy part, but now, since I've copied part once, the next thing for me to do is just come and refresh it here. So now, let me refresh. Now, if you notice, when I refresh, it is now showing what comes to Incubator off. So you can see it is what is inside my body that is showing on the content, that is showing on the web browser. It is what is inside my body, the content inside my body. That's what I have on the web browser. The content inside the head, that's what we have on this title here, on this title bar. Please, I hope you got the difference between the body and the head now. The body and the head. Do you get the difference between them now? The difference between the head and the body. The head, I've refreshed already. I've refreshed now. It's showing. The head and the body. Please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Do you understand the difference? Yours did not bring copy path. Yes, I'm getting it. You're on the same page. Okay, so some people are saying they're on the same page with me. Okay, I'm getting it. You're on the same page. Yes, web class is empty because we've not typed exactly. Okay. So I believe everyone now understand the difference between the head and then the body. Yes. If you don't save, it is the previous code that will be shown in your browser. If you don't save it, it's the previous code that will be shown in your browser. So when you save it, that is you updated that file. So when you refresh, then it will exactly save before reload. Okay, good. Exactly. Everybody's getting the whole thing now. Yes, always save. All right, so now let's move on because we've done a lot of these things. So everybody now understand the whole process now. So we know the context is what we show on our normal browser, while the header tag, the head tag is this thing. Okay, good. So now let's move on. So moving on now, I'm going to I will display my screen here. Okay, so I'm showing my VS Code screen now. Okay, you so far already looking for fast method already. Okay, you are looking for fast refresh. Don't worry. As we are moving on with the class, you'll be learning new concepts every day. You'll be learning new concepts every day. So as we are moving on, you will know how you can actually do the auto refresh. You will know how you can do the auto refresh as we are moving on. All right. So now let's now start our HTML proper. Our HTML proper. Now I've explained the body structure. So let's see. Don't come and say you don't understand the basic structure of HTML. I've explained everything. So let's move on with the class now. So if your own is showing, how is it? If your own is, you can auto save though. Yes. That's why I said as we move on, you will know how to do auto save. You will know how to auto refresh. As I'm moving on. So please let's just take it like slowly. Do you get? Okay. So now let's now start using all those tags that we are talking. We're talking about tags. Let's now start using all those tags. Let's start using them. Now. So for us to use all those tags, please, if somebody is giving you solution in the comment section, please, you guys we are all learning. We are all students here. So anybody can bring this thing. Let's just learn together so we can move on together. Because if we actually learn together, it's going to help us. Okay, good. So now the first tag I'm going to be introducing to us is the header tag. That's the heading tag. So I will stop sharing my is the heading tag. That's the first tag I will introduce to us. Heading tag. So I'll clear this. We have heading tag, which is H tag. Heading tag, which is H tag. Now, if you look at it now, when I type H, you can see we have something like H1, H2, H3, H6. So our heading tag has 6 levels. We have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And they all differ. They are all different. Our heading tags, they are all different. So, I believe everyone. Sorry, this exactly H1 to H6. So now I'll be doing something now. I will write H1. So let me start with H1. So if I write H1, I'll click on H1. You can see we have the opening and then we have the what? Closing. Any tag you open, please make sure to close it. If you don't close it, you will get error. Look at it now. Some people do not close this thing. You can see the way my body is showing red. It's because I didn't close the tag up here. Now, if I didn't close the tag here, you can see my meta is showing red. My meta, you can see it's showing red. So let me close it. If you don't close your another meta here, you can see your tag should be showing red. Please, I hope I've solved that. Please check your tag very well. Make sure you open and close them. Make sure you open and close them. So I'll close this now. Sorry. So I'll close this now. I'll close it at my H1. So I'll say this is heading 1. Heading 1. Then I'll come here. I'll put H2. I'll say this is heading 2. Then I'll come here. I'll put H3. I'll say this is heading 3. If I save this now, if I save it and then reload my page, so I'm going to be sharing my screen where I'm going to reload my page. Please, I hope everyone can see the heading tag. You know, we said we have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So I will want you guys to do H4, H5, and H6 on your own now. So I'm going to show my own on the browser. So I will present my screen on the browser. So I'll display my own on the browser. I will refresh it now. So you can see the H, you can see the heading 1. You can see the heading 1. I believe everyone can see the heading 1. I believe everyone can see the heading 1. You can see heading 1, you can see heading 2, you can see heading 3. So please, if you can see the heading 1, let me know. Okay, now since you are seeing it, if you are seeing the headings, now I want to ask a basic question now. You know, we have hey, my screen is not showing. I'm coming. I'm going to share it again. I'll share my screen again. Okay, can you see my screen now? I know. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? Don't worry, everything is up. Don't worry, it's up. Okay, so now you can see the difference between heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So you can see heading 1 is the biggest, heading 2 is smaller, heading 3 is a bit. Now I want to ask the question now. You know, we said it has 6 levels. Which one is the smallest? Please let me know in the comment section very fast. Which one is the smallest? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Which one is the what? Smallest? No. I mean, out of the 6 levels, this third one, out of the 6 levels, you know, we said 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. Which one is going to be the smallest? Since we now know that exactly 86 is going to be the smallest. So now, as you are coding now, please, I want you to put the heading 6 too. Right? Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Exactly. Heading 6 is the smallest. Heading 6 is the smallest. Okay, good. It shows that everyone is actually understanding what we are doing here. I love that. Thank you very much. Okay, so good. So good. Heading 6. All right. Good. So the next tag we are going to be discussing. Exactly. So the next tag we are going to be discussing is we are going to be discussing the P tag. We are going to be discussing the P tag. So someone said I should come back to this place. So let me write H4. I'll say this is heading 4. Heading 4. So H5, I'll say this is heading 5. I'll say H6. I'll say this is heading 6. So you can I've done your answer for you. So I've done your answer for you. You can see 84, 85, and 86. I hope you can all see that now. You can all see that now. So 86 is the smallest. So now the next tag I'm going to be introducing to us is the P tag, the paragraph tag. That's the next tag we are going to be looking at now. The paragraph tag. So the paragraph tag basically is used for creating paragraph in HTML. To create paragraph, you put your text inside, and you put in objects, you put inside opening tag and the next. So I'm going to be showing us an example. I'm going to be showing us an example now. So we've done this. Let me take this a bit. So I'll just come here. I'll delete this now. Okay, don't let me delete it. Let me leave it because someone might come to my someone might come to the comment section and say they don't understand that one. Okay, so now the next one is the P tag, paragraph tag. So I'll put my P tag here. I'll press enter. So now this tag now is just like show paragraph. When you are working with Microsoft Word, we start with Microsoft Word. I mean, normal Microsoft Word. When you start Microsoft Word, we have something like paragraph one, paragraph two, paragraph three. We have something like that in our Microsoft Word. That's the exact same thing we are doing here. So we have our paragraph tag here. Heading 6, we say heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Heading 6 is the smallest. Exactly. The higher the number, the smaller the content. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so please, I'm already on paragraph tag already. I'm already on paragraph tag. I'm on paragraph tag already. So I'll just put this is our paragraph tag. This is our paragraph tag. This is our paragraph tag. I will save it and then show it on the browser. Now, if I show it on the browser, if you notice very well, let me show it on the browser so you guys can see what I'm saying. So let me share the screen for the paragraph like for this. If you don't save on your VS Code, it is the previous code that will be showing on your browser. So you have to make sure you save first, then go to your browser to check it out. So now I'm going to refresh here. So now if you look at it now, you can see that heading 6 is correct. A lot of people got it very correctly. Our paragraph tag here. So look at our paragraph tag. You can see it is if you look at the text is not bold. If you look at it, the text is not bold, unlike the heading tag. The text is not bold. So what that is telling you that we can use our paragraph, our heading tag, like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, for header. We used to have like topic. We have to have subtopic. All those things that we have, that is what we use our heading for. We can say, what is HTML? We use heading tag for it. Then you can use your paragraph tag to explain what HTML is. Hey, someone said they are getting their code. He said, please yeah, please let me know. I've gone past heading 6. Please, can you see the paragraph tag we just discussed now? Paragraph tag we just discussed now. The paragraph tab we just discussed now. Let me know. Okay. Everybody said yes. So, okay. Someone said everything on my VS Code is what is showing on the browser. Voila. Okay, so if everything you have on your VS Code, that is what is showing on your browser, you have to check the name of your file. Is it index.html? Is it index.html? And did you write your tags very well? Did you write your tags very well? Okay, so now since everybody can see my paragraph tag, I explained something. I said, let me just do an example of what I'm trying to say. Let me do an example of what I'm trying to say. I'll do an example of what I'm trying to say. So I'm coming. So this is just an example of what I'm trying to say. So now I want to describe what is HTML. For me to say what is HTML, definitely that's a topic on its own. That's a topic. So now since that is the topic, the next thing I want to do, I will use my H1 because that is going to be bigger. So I'll say H1. Then I'll write what is HTML. I use my H1 because that is my heading tag. I said heading tag is for what? To describe as a topic. You know, it's bold and then it's bigger. So now under it, I will now have my paragraph tag. Then I will say HTML stands for, I'm coming. Please note that, look at what I'm doing very well. You can see that I, inside the tag, inside my p tag, inside my opening and closing tag, that is where I put HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and is the standard markup language used to create web pages. Please note, I'm writing it in the middle. I'm writing it in the middle. I just wrote this now. I just wrote this now. HTML stands for, this is, let me come again. I wrote p tag and I said HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Markup language. Hey, God, I beg you. Language. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. That's what I just did though. Please, if you look at it, I put it in the middle. In the middle, that is my content. That is my content. That is the middle. So now I have HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So now I have put a topic here. Then I put what? The definition here. I use paragraph for the definition, while I use H1 for what? For the topic itself. So now if I can save it now and then go to my browser to check it out. Exactly. If your index is not showing as .html, it will be showing. It will be like what you see is what you get. What you have in your code is what is showing on the browser. All right. So let me stop sharing my screen. So let me share this particular screen so you can see what I'm saying. So yeah. So now if I should refresh this page now, you can see I have what is HTML. HTML stands for. Let me make this bold. Let me zoom this out so you can see my screen very well. You can see I have what is HTML. I use H1 for this one. Now for this one, I use what? I use p tag for it. What is HTML? H1 and then p tag to explain what HTML means. That's what we just did now. Please, I hope you all got what I just did now. Better, because I know everybody's going to watch this thing, so we don't really have to like wait, use much time on one thing. So please, everyone got what we just did now. So moving on, we are going to. So moving on now, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop sharing. I will share the I'll share my VS Code now. Then I will do what is CSS again. So I'll come here. I will say H2. Please, I hope you can see my screen. I'll say H2. I'll say what is CSS. Please, someone to tell me the meaning of CSS in the comment section. I want to put inside Peter. Tell me the meaning of CSS. Let me copy and put inside Peter. Tell me the meaning of CSS so I can put it inside my Peter. Please, let's do that very fast. Let's do that. Cascading style sheet. So let me copy the first one I saw. So cascading style sheet. That's the meaning of what? Of CSS. So now if I will save this now, remember I'm using H2. You know, for H1 I use what for what HTML I use H1. For H2 I use what is CSS for H2. So now I will go to my browser now. So I will stop and then come to my browser. So I'll show you this particular screen. So now let me refresh now. So if I can refresh now, let me refresh. So now I just refresh now. You can see it's showing what is CSS. What is CSS? But if you look at it, there is a slight difference between H1 and H2. You can see what is HTML is actually bigger than what is CSS. But if you don't, this what HTML stands for and then cascading style sheet, they are the same size. But what is HTML is bigger than what is CSS because I'm using what? Let me even ask. Why is what is HTML bigger than what is CSS? Please drop it in the comment section. Let me see. Why is what is HTML bigger than what is CSS? Let me know in the comment section, please. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Why is it bigger? Why is it bigger? Because you are using H2 for CS. Okay, because you are using and H1 is bigger than H2, right? And H1 is bigger than H2, and H1 is bigger. Exactly. So we don't understand what we are just doing because exactly yes, you guys are awesome. 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 Okay. So let's now move on. So I will exactly. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I will share my VS Code now. So the next thing, please permit me to clear all these ones. So it won't be disturbing, it won't be distracting what we are doing. Let me clear them. So I'll clear them now. So now the next thing we want to look at now, we want to look at another tag. We want to look at HTML text formatting tag. That's the basic thing we want to look at. You know, we dealt with H tag, P tag. So we want to see another tag now, another tag. And the tag we want to look at is what? We want to look at text formatting tag in HTML. Text formatting tag in HTML. Text formatting tag in HTML. So text formatting tag in HTML. Okay, so I want to do text formatting tag in HTML. Yes. So now text formatting tag in HTML. The first one I want to do is what? I want to do strong. That's the first one I want to do. I want to use strong tag. This strong tag, strong. That's what I want to use. I want to use strong tag. Now, you know, I said it's actually a text formatting, a text formatter. So definitely in your HTML, all the let me break this to you. Let me break this to you. All the tags you'll be using mostly in HTML is H tag and P tag. Trust me. H tag and P tag. Any tag that is not inside P tag first, I'm not sure. But I'm breaking it to you now. You use H1 and P tag, you use it more. That's what you use basically. That's what we use basically. But now when it now comes to text, then that's where they have strong, they have other ones, which I'm going to be explaining very soon. So now I will have my P tag here. So I'll say welcome to Incubator Hub Bootcamp. So now if I say welcome to Incubator Hub Bootcamp, Obviously, I will have a normal text, like a random text, tiny text on my browser. That's what I will have on my browser. Okay, that's what I will have on my browser. I will have a normal random text on my browser. So now, if I now introduce my strong tag to it, how do I introduce my strong tag to it? On your Microsoft Word, there's a way you do Control B to bolding a text. I say bold, I don't know. Sorry. To bold a text, you want to bold a text, you do Control B. You highlight the text and then you put Control B. Just like you highlight it, then you press Control B, then you see, oh, the text is now a bit thicker. Now, how do you do that in HTML? How do you do that in HTML? So for you to do that now, you have to put it inside a strong tag. Inside a strong tag. So if you look at it now, I have my p tag. Now I want to make incubator up. I want to make it very bold. For me to make incubator up very bold, the next thing I want to do, like in front of incubator, I'll put my less than, then I'll type strong. I'll put my strong, then I'll close it. Note what I did. Let me Ctrl Z again. Note what I did. In front of incubator, I put my less than sign, then I type strong. Then I put my greater than sign to close it. That means I've opened and closed the tag. If you note that the strong tag is inside my p tag. If you look at it very well, it's inside my p tag. What text formatting, like their text formatter. You get, so it's just to format a little bit of text. It's not like an independent, tag, or like p tag. P tag is for paragraph. In the paragraph, you can have some text that are bold, you can have some text that are just slant, you can have a lot of text in the paragraph. So please, do we get the way I just put this strong tag inside my p tag? Please let me know. Did you understand how I put my strong tag inside my p tag? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, good. So now, I will now, we said we want to put incubator up. If you notice something happened though, let me Control Z. Welcome to incubator. Incubator ran away. So now, okay, good. But if you notice incubator ran away, I just want us to see that one thing I do is I learn by errors a lot. When I type strong, you can see that it actually took away incubator. If you notice that, let me Control Y. If you can notice it took away incubator. Now let me do Control Z. So I can teach you the right way to do it, because I know if I do it that way, some people will come as if they don't really understand. So now, what you will do is that once you come in front of incubator, you put space, then you go back, you put space in between this place, then you put your strong tag. Now you can see that my incubator is here. Even though I have my strong tag and then I have my incubator. So the next thing now I want to do is to copy this, Control X, and then paste it inside that strong tag, inside it. Because we said we highlight to do bold, then you paste it inside. So if you paste it inside down, what you just did is what? You just formatted incubator of just formatted. So I save it. So now, if I save it now and then show it on the browser, you will understand, you will see what I just did.
Imagine a world where every click, every tap could be a potential attack. This is the digital frontier, and it is under siege. Hi, my name is Bola Olefumilai.
Now, welcome to is normal text, while incubator of is now bold. Please, did you get what we just did now? Did you get what we just did now? We did welcome to incubator of. We've been able to format that text. That's what we just did. We've been able to format that text. Exactly. So you can see welcome to incubator of. It's because inside our p tag, then we copied incubator of inside the strong tag. That's how we're able to format it. Oh, good. You guys are awesome. Well done, well done. Okay, so now we've dealt with h tag, we've dealt with p tag, and then we just did strong tag, which are text formatting. All right. So now, yes, all these are inside the body tag, please. All these are inside the body tag. They are all inside the body tag. Okay, so I'm going to I'll stop sharing my screen now. Okay, so I'll stop sharing. I will present another screen. So I want you guys to see my VS Code screen. Someone is already asking questions. I even like the way you guys are actually answering each other in the comment section. That's actually great. But to those helping me to answer questions, God bless you. God bless you. Because I really appreciate for answering or each other. Once you understand something, if you can teach it to others, that shows that you understood what you are actually doing. That's the meaning of what just happened now. So can there be multiple body? No, there can only be one body part. All the thing you want to have on your web page has to be inside that body tag. Everything has to be inside the body tag. Okay, now, so the next tag I'm going to be introducing to us is the emphasis tag. Emphasis tag. That's the next tag I'm going to be introducing to us now. So emphasis tag. So now, emphasis tag now. So let me have P. So I will say are awesome. These my students are awesome. Or let me say, okay, let me say very awesome. So if I say my students are very awesome now, no emphasis. I'm going to write this now. I'm going to write. Don't worry. I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it now. Don't worry. I'm going to write it for you so you can see it. I'll write it for you. Emphasis. Emphasis tag. That's basically what we are doing now. Emphasis tag. Emphasis tag. So what the emphasis tag is basically saying is, we don't bold. We should be able to turn it to italics too as well. So that's what we want to do now. We want to turn this particular text to italics. So let's say I want to put very. I want to turn very to italics. How do I do that? The same process I use for the incubator. Then I'll come to the front here. I'll put space. I'll come back. Then I'll do EM. Then I'll press enter. Emphasis tag. In HTML4 we use I. That's for italics. We use bold. We use B for bold. But in HTML5 we use strong for bold, and then we use emphasis for italics. So now I'll put very inside the emphasis tag. Then I'll take this out. So now I wrote. Sorry, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to be touching like major tags. I'm going to be touching the major tags. So now I've saved this now. So let me come and show us in the browser. Let me show us the endpoint. Okay, so someone said I should come again. Okay, look at this. I said I have EM. Let me Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. The same way we did strong is the same way we put our EM tag as well. The same way we did strong. So I'll put EM, then I'll put very in between. So I'll take this very out because I don't want to have very, very. So I have very here. So I'll Ctrl S. The same way, the same way. It's just the same process. Yes. I just the result of what we just did. Let me show us. Yes, I just explained the same way you did your. Okay, I'm not okay. So the same way you did your strong is the same way you do empathic style. The same way you did your strong is the same way you do your empathic style. So I'll come here. Someone has tried it already. It changed to italics exactly. So if I should come here, you can see very changed to italics. You can see our very tag it changed to italics. So that is our EM tag exactly. So I want to see if I want to see that with time is fast spent, and there's no how you want to go that won't say, oh, practice something like this. So I want us to practice something. Okay, yeah, good. I think something we can practice. Okay, good. Yes, you are going to change the color. When we get to CSS, that's the work of CSS. That's the work of CSS. Hey, someone just asked a very important question. I wanted to do it, but I just forgot. If you want to bold and then turn it to italics, now can I push it back to us now? Yes, I explained. I said in HTML4 we use I tag for italics, but in HTML5 we use EM emphasis tag for italics. So now the style I want to do now, what I want to do now is that I want to make this I want to make it bold, and I also want to make it italics. So what do I do? That means I will apply strong and italics on it to make it bold. Please, if you are just lost, please, if you are just joining us, please, you have to like go back to what we've done. Don't worry, you understand. So let me do that. Let me do that just now. So I won't take much of our time. I just explain what you are going to do. Let me do that just now. Sorry, someone is saying green. We are not talking about color here. What we are doing is text formatting. We are turning it to bold. We are turning it to italics. We are not doing color. We are not doing color. Is going to handle that for us. Everything has to be black. If your own is green, I don't know what you are doing. No, you are not doing the same thing with us. Where did they see green? I don't know. So please, our time is fast paced. We just have 5 minutes more. Please, I'm going to be sharing our assignments. I'm going to be sharing our assignments. What we are going to be doing. I will share my slide now. EM, not ES, EM, emphasis tag. So I will stop sharing my screen now because our time is fast spent. We have to come to the end of the class. Our time is fast spent. So I'm going to share my screen now. Please, so you are not seeing this, our time is fast spent. Please. So I have this here. So let me just make it full screen. Okay. Can you all see? I'm not sure if you can all see this thing. Yes, so the assignment I want you guys to do now. Look at this assignment. I have welcome to our website. We talk about technology. What's HTML? what is CSS, various tags in HTML. We have a lot of things here. So now what I want you to do as assignments, now, all the tasks we've learned today. Someone just answered the question in the comment section. Someone said strong EM. Exactly. If you want to make it bold and italic at the same time, that is what that Temitope Omowomi just did now. That's what Temitope Omowomi just did now. So please let's focus on the assignment. So look at the assignment very well. What the assignment? This person saying you should remove the comments out. Okay, so the assignment now, what you just want to do is what? You want to make use of all the tags. That is what you want to do. You want to make use of both H1, P tag, all the tags that we have. That is what you want to make use of. Don't worry, the assignment is going to pass across to us. I think everyone has joined the Telegram channel and Telegram community. Don't worry, the assignment is going to send to the Telegram community so you can see. Yes, it is blur. I understand it is blur. Exactly, because everything, yes, it is blur. I understand, it is blur. Don't worry, it's going to be sent to the Telegram community. So you can, I understand that it is, yeah, so it's going to be sent to the Telegram community. So we can all practice the thing. But please, in this assignment, I want to make sure that all the tasks we discussed today, I want you guys to use it. Add your own to it. Do you get? Add your own tag. Like I'm not saying your own normal. I'm saying all the tags we use like in this today's class. I want you to use it in all these things. I want you to use it. Please, is that clear? What I just did now, is that clear? What I just said, is it clear? Please, what I just said now, is it clear? Like, I mean, all the tags, I want you guys to use it. All the tags we discussed today. All the tags we discussed today, please, I want you guys to use it in the assignment. I believe there's no, do you have any questions? Please, if you have questions, please let me know. So we can use 2 minutes to answer our question and then So we can use 2 minutes to answer our question. Don't worry, it's great. We are how are we? Don't worry, it will be communicated to you on the Telegram community. Please, I believe we don't have any question. Then after that, please add to the summit. I believe there are no questions. Please, if you have any question, let me know. We are used to all. You have to use all tags. Exactly. You have to use all tags. Okay, someone said, we have to use. Okay. See, how we turn to green is because I think you use comment section or something like that. You use comments. You are using commenting. How do you submit? It will be communicated to you on the Telegram channel, on the Telegram community. You will see it on the Telegram community, please. Or you know what? Any question you want to ask, please ask on the Telegram community. Start asking them now. Any question you want to ask it on the Telegram community. Ask on the Telegram community, please. All these questions, please ask on the Telegram community because we have to end the class now. Please, let's all our questions, let's take it to the Telegram community, please. Let's take it to the Telegram community.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight's class. A big thank you to our facilitator for the class tonight. We say thank you very, very much. Please note that you can keep sending in your questions and comments and every information that you have that you want us to attend to into the comment section. You can also send us message via email or through any of our social media platforms. Please note that over the weekend, informations regarding learning management system, which is the LMS, that would serve as a continuity for your program, will be posted to this platform or the Telegram community. So ensure that you belong to that community by joining via the email, the link that was sent to your email. If you have any question, you can send us email also, or write to us through any of our social media platform. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notification so that each time we post a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you very much for joining tonight's class. We hope to see you in the next class. Have a wonderful time.